So what other things did you learn from them? I mean, you must have had a lot of questions you wanted to ask.
Well, it taking me years to open it because it was very short. I stood only, I think it was 1, 2, or 3 minutes. I don't have any defined time that of the connection that we have, because the body having a very difficult time to have this connection, because it's far out. It's much more stronger than you usually have in your normal life. It's very strong, and so in that seconds, there were many things that were like uh, I think the main thing that was strong for me in their consciousness was what we say about God.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they are aware of something. It took me years to understand that what we say about God is that thing that I felt with them, because it's different, but it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
What I say about that, what I mean about that, that for them, they knew that they live from something else. I mean, they knew that every second of their living and mine or everything is held in by something. And that something is not something that I can even think of a form of something. It's not something like human. It's not like any something that I can imagine even to say that this is God. But for them it was everything, and that we are part of it, and we live by it, and it's full of love and like nurturing us all the
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm. So in a sense, we are all connected. Everything in the universe, all life, whether it be human beings, extraterrestrials, animals, plant life, is all connected.
Yes, it's connecting by that. I mean, we are like all in that oneness. What have this oneness is that thing that give life to it. We say about that God, but everyone have his own things about this word God. So it's hard to me to say God, but this is it. I mean, they know it. They don't have to believe it or not. They just know it every second, in every second of they're conscious of it. And we are all in it. And this is the thing that connects us all. And it seems that we are human. We have like two parts of consciousness. We have our own normal consciousness that we live the way we live, but we have a different one. It's not different, it's connected, but it's much more deeper. The consciousness that we dream, that we imagine, our subconsciousness, our upper consciousness, and we have a kind of communication between our two way of consciousness. And it seems that they are trying to help us to connect with ourselves, with our deep consciousness, that it's very wide. It's like our own consciousness, our deep consciousness is connected to the one all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we are here bit by bit, open a window for that. And it seems that they came here to help us doing that. But they are not like allowed to do it in a, suddenly come here and say, hey, we are here, and
Yeah.
they let us do it in ourselves, because this is the thing that we are doing here. We are open our self to ourselves.
Mm. So they were teaching you that a lot of the problems that we have in our lives, we can basically just go within ourselves and solve those problems because we have the knowledge.
Yes, we have the knowledge, and the work, the work that we do here is to take this knowledge to our physical ordinary life. I mean, like to develop spiritually is not for the soul, because the soul is already there. All the work that we do is to manifest this through our body, through our thinking. It's like we have this world that with so much pain and suffering and good and bad things, and we have to we try to open ourselves to the understanding of how it's all connected to this, to our soul and to our deep spirit, and this is the development, our own
Mm-hmm.
regular consciousness. This is,
Yeah, I imagine to get to the level these beings were at, I mean, we must be talking, I mean, they could be millions of years old.
yes, yes. I think that you know, time is very different thing than what we understand, because in that realm that they came from, this other dimension, it seems that time don't have any separated parts like we have past and future.
Mm-hmm.
This other dimension is not other time. It's like all the time. It's very hard for us to understand,
Yeah,
because
it
for
is.
us, didn't, future didn't, is not here yet. It's going to come, but in the past, don't is not reality too. Our reality is only a very small fraction of time. But for them, reality is all of it. And they can move inside of it in a way that probably we're going to understand in time. But now, so what it means is that like they are part of us from the future,
Mm-hmm.
but in our translation. I mean, our translation of time is could be like they are us from the future. For them, we are part of them totally, and they can communicate with the aspects of the all of the oneness that
Right.
we all share together.
Yeah. They must be, they must be really shaking their heads at the moment because humanity has evolved into a me generation right now, and there's not a lot of connection between people and the love between people, but people are more self-absorbed about themselves.
Yes, yes, I think this is the real job that have the reason that we are here. I mean, to be in a physical world with a physical body that need to survive is very hard.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
something that I got from them too. They appreciate our work here very much. They honor us that we are souls that came from the oneness and decided to go to a deep black place, this physical place with a body that see only little things and
Mm-hmm.
live with fear and need to start to open his body to this oneness, and it's very difficult. That's what it's very difficult, but I think the communication between the people is the main thing that can give us the opportunity to open ourselves to this oneness, to be happy.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, our body is working like that. If we do the right things for the spirit, we are happy.
Mm.
The good things for the spirit is when you're helping each other and you do good things inside of you, you are happy. So we made for that. And this time that we have so much problems with each other and wars and these kind of things, it gave us hard time until we understand that it's all in the connection between us.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, Yossi, I guess it relates a lot to what near-death experiences go through, and they give us a real glimpse of who we really are, because they all report the same thing about consciousness, and they get to a place and they all feel a oneness with each other. Um, so it begs the question, and what you said earlier, do we really die or we just move on?
I'm sure that we may move on. I mean, in the second that I felt myself out of my body, I remember that I thought it's a dream, but I remember the feeling. The I knew that I'm not, that this body that's sleeping on the bed is only a place that I will go back there.
Mm-hmm.
This is not me. I was fond of my body, but it was not me. Everyone that have this out of body experience or clinical death realize that in an instance. I mean, it's because of the people that don't believe it gave them a hard time. And even they say, okay, what I felt was weird. I'm not sure that I'm believe that myself that this is the truth. I mean, even my mother have this out of body experience, and she said, and she told me how much marvelous it was. And then I told her, so you know that you're not going to die and that's it. And she said, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You see, people, it's hard for them to realize the obvious. I'm sure, I mean, most of the people that have this experience understand that.
Yeah, yeah. Yossi, did they give you a warning for humanity?
Yes,
Do,
it was. Yes. What did you want to say?
no, I just ask you, I mean, did they give you a warning for humanity? Do we need to be on the lookout for where we are headed?
Yes, yes. In the last of the connection, in the in the in the when they understood I cannot stand the connection anymore because it was too strong for me. They decided to go. But before of that, the one that was standing near me gave me a different connection. He gave me a vision, like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And in the movie, I was inside of the movie, and I saw myself standing on a green field uh, with the blue sky and a beautiful day with the cows near me. And suddenly a fire burst from the horizon and burned everything. And I felt from that it was it was a it was pain of like it was my responsibility of what happened. Me is us. I mean, when they talking to
Yeah.
me, it was talking to the oneness, and the feeling of the responsibility and the pain that I had was like I understood that they let me understand that that things that we do can ruin ourselves and on earth. I mean, animals and I quietly understand that because we really treat ourselves and others and animals in a very way of like it's ours and we can do here whatever we want and yes, it was frightened to see that. I hope
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. It was only a warning.